I'm a traumatic brain injury survivor, and this is one of my experiences. Trauma and brain injury are comorbidities, and they are feeding each other. I am going to put the light in the shadows like I always do, because we are not talking about this very real problem with brain injury that is not being addressed. Why is it such a serious problem? Because with brain injury, I feel my emotions more intensely, 10, 20, 50 times more than an average person. I know what they felt like before brain injury. So with that being the case, if I get trauma triggered, a trauma trigger means that something is happening in my real life that is reminding me of a trauma. Therefore, my body and my mind keep the score. The trauma is in my body, and I start feeling and reliving that trauma, even though it's not happening. It was a trigger. That's a trigger. The point to this is when I am trauma triggered, I feel that emotion way more intensely. Brain injury is like gasoline on that fire. And now when I show up and you make me feel abandoned, you make me feel unworthy, you trigger my burdensome feelings of having a brain injury. The neglect that I got as a child, now that I'm getting as an adult. The trauma is being amplified. It's important to recognize. It's also why you get the TBI rage quicker, too. If we don't recognize that we need to heal our traumas, not just search for the symptoms and everything that's happening in impairments and the emotional volatility, the cognitive decline, all of the things that have happened to us with brain injury, we have to acknowledge both are existing and both are feeding each other. That's where the self-regulation comes in. This is where I talk about a lot of the presence inside of our head. This is the internal family systems IFS therapy that I talk about, being aware of the trauma versions inside of ourselves that show up to protect us. That's a whole other conversation. I hope this perspective helps somebody else. Be well, my friends.